Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bug Smashers. Before we begin, I have some good news. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bug Smashers. Before we begin, I got some good news. I'm going to let you guys know that in this election, I'm going to be running for president of the United States. You know, I smashed the bugs in the games, and I think it's time to smash the bugs in Congress. We got it! We got it! Bug Smashers! Hey everyone, we are here in my fun little test level again, and we got a bug that the thrusters, these little guys, and the turrets aren't working. And so what I'm going to do is I created a little flow graph. I can show you guys. Gotta move this over. Whenever the AI pops in, I put him directly into the seat. And there's our little AI guy right here. So when we hop in the game, he should sit down. So then he'll automatically use the turret. But since there's no enemies around, the turret won't move. So what I'm going to do is go in the fancy dancy code, comment out the code that calculates where the vehicle turret should look, because we want to do some debug. And we're going to manually set the goal to always move, just so we can debug this. That way we can see if it's a gameplay issue or something deeper. So let's get the current angle, and we'll add it by, I don't know, say an arbitrary speed of 10 radians a second. I can't hit space because it's too early in the morning. There we go. And so we're going to update the yaw to go 10 seconds around, or 10, not 10 seconds, 10 radians around. So let's tell Recode to do its thing. And if all went well, this thing should start rotating around. Wait for Recode, wait for Recode. Come on, Recode. There it goes. So Recode popped up, and we're going to hop in the game. And as you can see, the turret isn't moving, and our guy's inside. That's not good. So, lucky for you guys, I was able to debug this problem and track it down to this bit of code. Before we get to there, let's see what the turret's actually doing. So the turret in this block of code is trying to find a new angle to where the turret should move to. And if it finds that, it updates the angle, and in this bit of code it will try to figure out where it should move. So it's going to go, alright, here's where I'm going to go, based on the speed of the turret. So the goal could be here and the turret could be here, but maybe it only moves so slowly or so fast. And that's what this bit does. So it sets the current goal, or current angles to snap to. Now, alright, so, and this is the final bit of code that actually takes the angle, puts it into quaternion, and then writes that information directly into the bone. So we have the virtual angle, and now we tell the bone to snap here. And we tell the skeleton information to snap to this rotation. It's called post-process, set post-process quat, because after the thing has done animating, if it has animations, then we do the rotation. And this bit of code makes sure that we actually do an update for at least one frame. So even if we're not animating, we want the skeleton to update that bone position at least for a frame. And that's what these two lovely functions do. And we eventually get to here, the skeleton process. So this will get called whenever we have animations or if we're doing an update. So in this case, since we're doing a force update for one frame, this little bool will be true. So the only other thing is this will never be true. So we'll never actually get into this block where it'll actually take our joint information, which we have set right here in the post process. That's basically this part right here. and it never gets to this block, so you never see the turret running, because when we did an integration, somehow this got mangled in where it's looking for facial morphs, and if it doesn't have it, it won't run this bit of code. And since obviously our turret's not going to have facial morphs, we need this bit of code to run, at least this part, but this section we don't need. So what I'm going to do is reformat this a little bit. So if we have an animation playing, or if we're forced, then we will do, let's see, we want to do an update. We'll do has update. So if we have a forced update, oops, we want 0, then we write directly to the bones. And if we have facial information, there we go. Then we'll also update. So now this bit of code works if we set the post quaternion, or if there's facial information, and then it will make sure to update if we have either one of these when we get into this block. So hopefully I have no compile errors, and once recode kicks in, you should see the turret start spinning. So let's wait for that turret. Oh, there it goes. So now we have it. So we set the information, now the turret sends it to the skeleton will do the proper update. And this will also fix the turrets that we have on the bottom. Voila. Whee, rotate. And let's remove our debug code because we don't want to commit this. And there we go. Now we're all set for commit, and the whole thing rotates. Turrets rotate and everything. Yay! As you guys saw, we had a little bit of an integration problem. We hit a few of those once in a while. And in this case, some new facial morphing stuff for the skeleton managed to mangle some old logic that allowed us to rotate bones on demand. It took a little bit to track down, but once we had a little debug way of testing the turrets and all that fun, I was able to track it down, get it to go, and as you saw, everything works just as good. Hope you guys like that, and remember, vote for me.